Guys, welcome to Live with Kyle and Alex. Tonight's show is a very special show, and I cannot wait to introduce it. But please welcome my co-host, Alex. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, everything is great. It's good tonight. Everything is going real good. So how you been today, Kyle? You been all right?
Man, it's been one crazy week. I've been traveling all over the place. As you know, last week I was in Vegas and then in California. Hot. It was like 113 out there, so it was pretty hot.
Yeah, I was in Los Angeles for a minute. I think we were at the same time and couldn't hook up.
There you go. Feels great to be home like always. So I'm ready to kick things off with a brand new week.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of brand new week, we have a man on the show.
There you go.
That I met in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I always like to say he was born with a basketball in his hand.
Hey, Alex, real quick before we get this guy on,
Yes.
I'm just going to announce this how this system's going to work real fast. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
You can now text in and call into the show, and that number is to 520-329-2567. You can text via phone. You can get those texts, get those questions in, as well as you can call in the studio. That call in will start right when we get the guest up and start chatting with them and such. That will begin right then and then. So that will happen. Once again, that number is 520-329-2567. You can chat with us on the phone, join in the conversation, get nice and hear voice to voice with us. And you can also text in, as well as you can chat on any other platform. It's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. You can chat in those boxes, and we'll keep an eye out for your questions. We'll get them answered. All right, Alex, I'm passing it right back to you. Let's get this thing rolling.
Absolutely. That was kind of important there. You know, I couldn't step on that. You got to let the people know how to get in touch with us. I tell you, anyway, like I was saying, got a man on the show tonight I met back in Charlotte, North Carolina. And like I said, I like to say he was born with a basketball in his hand. Tonight we have Mr. Hookshot Charlie. How you doing, Charlie? What's going on?
Man, you know I'm fantastic, man.
All right.
I'm so glad that I heard from you. And I was wondering how you're doing out there in California, man. And feeling wonderful, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to you giving me some of that good news you have in your wallet.
Oh yeah, you know you can get some of it. You know it. You know it.
Yeah. So Charlie, how long you been in Charlotte? You were born there, weren't you?
Right down the street. I'm born in Gaston County, which is connected to Mecklenburg County.
Yeah.
No, one of the same in Mount Holly.
Yeah. All right. Now okay. How about the story how we met? Look, we got to tell everybody how we met. Where, you know, that was a nice day for me. How and where did we meet?
Well, we met at McDonald's.
Yes.
Morning. That's where I'll
buddy.
my coffee and go have my in McDonald's and go out and give me some hook shots. But that morning I happened to be in McDonald's and I see this man come in with this young kid, and the guy was so happy, man. It was just the young kid was just so they seemed like they were living their life, man. I said, look, this kid was happy. You were happy, and I said, I gotta meet this guy. Then when y'all said it, we started talking, man, and it was a match made in heaven, man.
Yeah, it was, man. It definitely was. I'll never forget that day myself.
You're one of the nicest people, but you were nice with the other people in the restaurant, so I didn't have a problem talking to you. That's what this thing, basketball, has done for me. It has brought that out of me because probably before the basketball thing, the hook thing, I probably wouldn't have said anything to you. I'd have spoke to you. But right. That's what this hook thing has done for me. It has helped me in that way.
Right. Well, I tell you, you are really one of the most fascinating people I've met. And when you were telling me about your hook shots and you make these hook shots and you miss very few, and I'm going, I really kind of was looking at you a little bit, didn't too much believe everything you said. And then when I saw you, I went, uh-oh, yes, sir. It's all true. Yes, indeed, man.
But, I'm cool with that when someone says, you can't do this, you can't do that. You probably won't hear me say, yes, I can. I just do what I do, and I love what I do. And I do it. When I started the hook shot, I started that for me. I didn't start to show people or whatever. That was one of my ways that I started doing it because I was going through some personal stuff, and I just put my whole self into doing hook shots. I've always played basketball, but I mean, personal thing when I was going through some things, and all I did was just shoot hook shots all day, nothing else.
Yeah, those hook shots kept you going.
Yes, it did.
How'd you get that arm?
I'm sorry, Kyle. What'd you say?
How'd you get that arm? How'd you know you can shoot it right out the shot?
Well, I've always played basketball, so I always knew about the game. Okay. Played all my life, and really the hook shot came about. I guess I always had a little hook shot around the basket when I was playing it. Now they call it a chair drop, but the hook shot was something that you could get over the big guys if you're in the lane or whatever. But and we wasn't allowed, at least when I was coming up, we wasn't allowed to, throw no hook shot from 15, 20 feet. But when I was going through that personal thing that I was going through in my life, I would just go out, and really it became a workout. And I think I started playing at UNCC, a college here, and I had the whole myself. I had 8 goals, and I would shoot at every one.
Oh.
But the thing is, I really wasn't so much trying to hit as I was working out. But I would only let the ball bounce one time. No matter where it bounced, I had to shoot it at one of these 8 goals. And it became more of a workout. But then I started, hitting a few here, hitting a few there. And then it made me want to hit more and more. And so that's how it came about. It started as just working some of the things that were going on. Then I said, I can hit this. And I started hitting, like 15 feet, like 30 feet. And sometimes you just throw it and let it rip.
Right. Let it rip.
Became something that I started trying to hone in on.
All right. So I understand. And is that when you got a call from the Ellen show? Didn't you? Ellen did.
I did. Yeah. I got a her. It was really her producer. And he and it goes back to what you were saying. He saw the videos on YouTube, and he just wanted to know who I was. How did I get started? But I kind of felt like, and everybody, cut and paste and edit stuff, and I get that. I'm cool with it. And so they're thinking, hey, is this guy? Can he do this, or did he shoot 20 shots and put all of them together? That's why a lot of times I can't say I was trying to prove anything, but you may see some of my videos where I'm shooting with 3 balls, 4 balls, 5 balls at a time, and the camera stays on me. So that was, I guess that was in a way I was trying to show people that I wasn't chopping it up, So, and then when he interviewed me, and we talked a little bit. He didn't promise me anything. He said, I can't promise you anything. And, you know, I was cool with that because I had just gotten on YouTube at that time. And so it wasn't no big thing. I was excited about that.
Nice.
So it's been a great ride, man. I'm enjoying it.
I bet.
How
Kyle,
was it working with Ellen or on Ellen?
Oh, he never called me back.
Oh, I see.
All he did was interview.
Never called you back?
No, he didn't call me. All he did was interview me over the phone and said, you know, just to find out who I was and where I was coming from.
I see. But,
you know, but that was cool, man.
But how about Steve Harvey? Didn't you have something to do with? Did he call you? Or how did that work out? How was that? How did that happen?
Well, I think same thing. I have a lot of stuff on social media. So I got a call from Steve Harvey. Well, one of his producers. I remember it clear as day. Name was Leslie Martin. And you know, I don't have a problem telling people, but I didn't want to do it at first. Is that Leslie called me. Steve Harvey, I don't know if you know his show, they would match up people for dates. Match up men and women to go out with each other. That's why I was going on that show. And I was kind of feeling that and I wasn't feeling it. And but I said, if I go on the show, even though I'm going out on a date with someone, I can still, you know, promote my basketball. And really what happened is that when I got the call, they was trying to get me on a flight out of Charlotte to meet with, you know, to go out be on the show, then go out on a date. And they told me who the date was and they told her who I was. So, and right when I was getting ready to fly to Charlotte to Chicago, that's when Steve was in Chicago, the flight got canceled. And they wanted me for that show. And so that didn't happen, but it wasn't supposed to happen.
Exactly.
And, you know, to be honest, I wasn't ready for that, you know, because I had just gone through a separation and a divorce. And so I really wasn't ready for it. And I'm glad at the time I kind of wanted it to happen, but I'm glad it didn't because it wasn't time for it. And so all those things that continue to happen that don't happen, I just, you know, God says it's not your time yet. You got to be patient, man. And whatever he has waiting for me, Alex.
That is.
It's got to be great, man, because I've had some opportunities to do some things and they didn't work out. Just keep on going, man. Just keep on going. Keep enjoying life. And it has given me an opportunity to meet some of the most, man, I tell you, I've met some of the most beautiful people. Hookshots. And especially when you go to the same gym or you get to a gym where you go, I may go to the same gym for a year or something. And, you know, people just come up, start talking and want to know why, just like we're talking now, how did you get this start doing it? Why are you doing it? And, you know, but what it did for me, it helped me come out of this shell I was in. And it became that thing that it was a way that I could, you know, bond with people. So it's been good for me as it hit, you know, I love when people come up and talk to me and ask me about it. Well, when I first started, I didn't want, you know, I was just in there just shooting. But now I say, hey, God has blessed me and I just want to share what God has blessed me with, man.
Yeah, right.
Well, guess it's an obvious question, but how'd you come out with the name Hookshot Charlie?
Really, I didn't come up with it.
Really?
What happened is that, and in our community, we're known for giving somebody a nickname.
I remember that way. Yeah.
That's just
back in the hood. Don't call it Charlie. It's back in the hood.
You know, if you shoot a lot and you're on the court, you'll get a if you hog the ball all the time or you don't want to pass, you get a name.
Yeah.
And so what happened, people started calling me Hookshot, Hook C, Charlie Hook C. It was a whole lot of things. But it had to do with the Hookshot. And so it just got to the point where, and I really didn't want to be called Hookshot, but I said, why are you fighting it?
Right.
You know, I asked myself this question, why are you fighting it? I said, go with it. So, because my name is Philip, but everybody calls me Charlie. I said, just go with it. And once I started accepting it and going with it, man, I tell you, it's been one of the most beautiful things. It has, man. And the thing about it, there was no reason not to go with it. Not like they were cursing me out. I was throwing hook shots. So what do you expect? You know?
Exactly. You know, once you settle into life and what God is doing with you in your life, life becomes so much easier and it's so much better instead of fighting against what God is doing.
Come on, talk to me, man.
That's what so many people do.
Right. Yes, yes.
Fight against what God has in store.
Hey, it's a losing battle. Alex, it's a losing battle. You never win.
Yeah. Tell God what to do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What 3 people would you like to meet and have a conversation or dinner to do a project with?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. You talking about this basketball? Matter of fact, I've met all 3 of them.
Really?
And I never, in my wildest dreams, the 3 people that I want to meet. One was Dick Gregory. I always wanted to meet Dick Gregory, and I met him before he died. And in the way that I met him is that he was doing a movie in Wilmington. And not only did I meet him, it was just me and him on the back lot by ourselves, just talking to each other. And my daughter was in a movie up in Wilmington, so I was there with her. And me and Dick, we were just talking about some of the things that he was experiencing, and as far as being a Black man in America, and how he was, you know, there was threats on his life. We were just, and you know, the more I think about how powerful that was, it was just, you know, I think about it now. And the other person I wanted to meet was Skip Gates. Gates, and I met him in the airport, and you know, he wanted to know who I was, and I wasn't trying to meet him to find out who I was. I just wanted to talk to him, so I had a conversation with him. And you know, this thing is, I said, God is just working things in my life. And the third person that I wanted to meet is Nancy Giles from CBS. I just met Nancy last year, and we talked, and I end up, what was so crazy, she spoke here in Charlotte at the university, and I just love the way she does commentary. I've always been a fan of hers, and when she was doing a commentary for CBS Sunday Morning, and that's one of my favorite shows. And so I said, man, I was just intrigued with the way she would present her stories. And I'm going up to the show that she's doing a talk show up at John C. Smith University, probably back in October. And I'm driving up, and there comes a limo coming past me, and he rolls his window down and says, hey, sir, excuse me, do you know where the building 1222 is? And I said, I think it's around the corner up there. You go up that hill. I said, I'm going there, just follow me. And that was the limo. And little did I know who was in the limo? Nancy Giles. So, and I mean, he stopped me as I'm driving on the street we are on the campus. And so when we up there, he pulls up beside of me, he gets out, and we started talking. And, you know, I spoke to Nancy, she had gone in, but he says, you want to talk to her later? I said, he said, I'm a driver. He said, oh, you got it. So we ended up talking after, you know, she did a show. So those are the 3 people that I always wanted to, and I met them. I mean, I would have. Yeah. So, you know, God is good, Alex. I'm telling you, man. And I shake my head. I said, wow, just unbelievable, man.
And these people, you look, it appears that you didn't even go out to meet all these 3 people that you wanted to meet. It just happened.
It just happened. It just happened.
These happened to be the people you wanted to meet.
That's it, man. And I never really thought I would meet them. I said, that's who I would like to meet one day. And when you said having lunch, you know, because Dick doesn't eat, Dick Gregory, at that time, he didn't eat food that people prepared. But me and him were out there. He had his, this food, he brings his own food with him because, you know, there was something about someone, you know, people would poison him or whatever, because he was a big time activist. And so I did have lunch with him in a way, you know, even though we were sitting out there. So the things I look at now, that's why I feel like there's nothing off the radar for me right now.
Right.
And, I haven't always felt that way, but I feel that way now. And it's a great time to be alive, brother. I'm telling you, it's a great time to be alive.
You play with the You play with the Harlem Globetrotters. Globetrotters.
Right.
That's another story. That's another one of those. It didn't happen. But
Really?
no, but there was an agent that signed me to try to get on the Globetrotters because he had a guy on the Globetrotters, and he came to I guess I got introduced through someone else. They said he wanted to meet you, so I ended up signing a 2-year deal with him. And I thought I was kind of feeling the Globetrotters, but I kind of wasn't because I'm not wanting to. I would love to play with them a game or two, but travel like that, I think that would have I would have did that when I was 20, 25 or 30. But that was another one of those things that I thought it was gonna happen. I was excited about it, and when it didn't happen, I said, "Hey, it wasn't meant for me." God said, "Not this." I said, "Wow, not the Globetrotters." That wasn't meant for me.
Yeah.
But see, that's what happens when you have a relationship with God. I'm not gonna say I wasn't a little disappointed, or I wasn't, but the thing about it, He said, "I got something special for you," and so many people have confirmed that in my life. That God really had, and I truly believe it. So you look at it and say, was it a missed opportunity? No, it wasn't supposed to happen. And just like, I say this, while, we look at those stars and those big people, but the people I meet every day, Alex, me and you, what are we doing right now? That's what I take to heart is those people that sometimes we just sitting down having a cup of coffee, somebody at the gym that I met today, never seen them. And, so that's what it's about for me. And, God has shown me that in more ways than one, so it's beautiful, man.
Right.
So did you cover for the Charlotte Hornets at all in the Miami Heat?
Oh, man, y'all been doing some research.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Man, y'all are making me think of so many things that has happened in my life. Now I'm gonna tell you, there's and you just gotta trust God. And the more things, sometimes when things doesn't happen, we may not be that strong with tend not to trust it. But the more things haven't happened, it seems like my faith and my strength is getting stronger. And I'm gonna tell you what happened with the Miami Heat reporter. His name is Jason Lysander. Laser. And I was at the YMCA downtown. And so, I tell you about the Hookshot too, because at one time I wouldn't throw it when a lot of people were around, because I started out doing it by myself. And I continue to do it by myself. It was a lot of people. I just started shooting regular. And then if, it's one or two and nobody's watching, I'll do the Hookshot. But I had gotten to the point where, I said, and this is just an internal thing too, why are you afraid to do what God has given you? This is me. I wasn't getting anybody else's opinion. And so I started saying, you know what? I'm throwing this hook shot. I'm throwing it regardless of 20 people, one person, two people. And so that I was at the Y, and I'm throwing this hook shot, and I see this guy looking, which I don't have a problem with that. He looked, and then he finally came over and said, man, how did you learn how to do that? And I said, I just practice doing it. And we had a conversation, and so we went our separate ways. And he asked me who I was. I told him who I was, and he asked me where I was from. And so I get up that morning, and I get a message from Twitter. He had put me on Twitter. At this time, I still don't know who he is. And so I looked him up, and it says the Miami Heat reporter. So he was in Charlotte that night. And so he put me out on Twitter, and which was, I was grateful for that. And so that's how I ended up meeting him. And then he also tweeted that the Miami Heat needs to have me in town to do a halftime show. And I'm not a performer. I don't claim to be. And the thing is, I've done some halftime shows here in Charlotte, a couple high schools and YMCAs, but that's not something that's what I want to do. I don't mind doing something here or there, especially for the kids. far as the show, I think I would have to be on the court every day. Matter of fact, I know I would, to do a show like that magnitude. You know, I want to make sure my stuff is together. I don't want to be like the halftimes I've done for the YMCA's. I do those trying to get home from work when I had a part-time job, trying to get to the gym. Didn't get to shoot the day before, 2 days. If I do a show that day, that's all I would be doing, is just shooting every day.
Okay.
What is the most extreme shot you ever took or done?
Taken.
Thank you.
There you go.
I think when I was at UNCC, and the reason I say that is because, and all of them have been on the court, but the reason I say, well, I have shot some standing up in the bleachers.
Really?
Yeah, and matter of fact, it's so many people that have recorded me, and I don't have a problem with it. You know, some people say, well, don't let people do this, or, you know, you have copyright. That's cool. I understand that. But I took some shots from the bleachers at over at the gym in Mount Holly. And I had some guys go over there, and they wanted to record me, and they recorded me. I don't know what they did with it, and I don't really have a problem with it. Yeah. But it's probably those shots from the bleachers. And, and when I was at UNCC, you know, when I was at UNCC, I was just slinging at that time, because, like I say, bounce one time, nearest goal maybe 45, 50 feet away. I just slang it, and then when I hit some of them, you know, then I slang some more. So it's been good. Man.
What got you into basketball?
I think just you know, coming up in the community I came up in, everybody played sports, and we played every sport. We played baseball, football, basketball. Even tried to box one day. That didn't take long.
Really?
one day. That was all it took for me.
One hit.
One good hit.
One hit'll do it.
And so we always played sports, and you know, just like you see now with the professional athletes, that was one thing we knew, that if you were good at it, it can do some things for you. You know, and I know a lot of people say, you know, professional, but you know, it can make waves for you if you're good at the game, and plus it's enjoyable. Plus it's your peers. Plus you're getting the chance to show them what you're good at. And one thing I said, sports, which is different from corporate America, sports won't let you hide. You can hide it. You can hide in corporate America and get and you know, rise up. But in sports, you can hide for a minute, but on that level, you're gonna be exposed. And that's one thing I love about sports. If you got it, I don't care who you are, I don't care what color. If you got game, you get to perform.
You got it. Yeah.
You know?
Did you just pick basketball? Did you do any other sports than basketball, or did it just come naturally?
We did baseball, little league, baseball, football. But once I got to middle school, I guess we call it junior high. But once I got there, it was basketball. Because I just fell in love with the game, man.
There you go. It's a lot of energy.
Gave it back to me.
Yeah. What's that promotion for? What is Eat the Bear? What was that? There was a promotion with Eat the.
Man, oh man! Hey man, where y'all getting all this stuff?
It's called doing what we're supposed to do.
Oh man, and you know what, man? If I told somebody this, they wouldn't believe. That's another one of those things that happen, and you know, some of them I didn't pursue, and some now Eat the Bear. That's
I love that name, by the way.
it's a product that is more for people that work out, and I guess it has all these vitamins and nutrients in it, nutritional things. And I was at the gym again, and man, y'all gonna make me go. You know, I haven't been to the gym in 3 months because of the pandemic. Yeah, but no, 4 months. March, yeah.
Whoa, really?
I don't think I've stayed away from the game that long in a long time.
Yeah.
But Eat the Bear was I'm shooting, and that comes from what I was saying before. I just started shooting. I'm not out there to perform. I'm just shooting, and usually I do it in between the peak hours when everybody's there in the morning and at lunch, and then I get in between those hours. But Eat the Bear, I was in the gym. They call it ETB. And I'm shooting, and this guy comes up to me and said, man, I'm watching you over there I'm on the machine, I'm watching you shoot hook shots. He said, would you be interested in doing a video? I said, well, we would have to get the WIRE's permission, the YMCA permission to do a video. And he said, no, you don't understand. I'm saying for Eat the Bear. And I think he was the owner. And I said, yeah, man, I would love to. And there was another one of those things that just went under the radar. But I did reach out to him because I knew the building that the company was in downtown. And, so I went up there and went up there to meet him, and he wasn't in. I left my name, and I didn't hear anything back from him. So, I just moved on, and I know, sometimes people say that you should have done this, should have done that. When it's for you, you're going to get it. And see, at the same time, I'm still living my life. I'm still enjoying what I'm doing. It's not like, I got to have that if I don't have it. That wasn't for me. Because if it's for me and God says it's for me, I'm going to get it.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about, being patient.
Yeah. If you're doing what you love to do, you're going to be doing it anyway.
Going to be doing it anyway, Alex.
You're not, you're doing it anyway.
That's it.
And if you make money and doing what you love to do, oh man, gift from God. Definitely gift from God, man.
You know it. Man, y'all been doing some homework, man. I forgot about ETB, Eat the Bear. I said the same thing about that name. I said, man, I would love to be with Eat the Bear. Never heard of it before. But it's a big time company.
Yeah, I didn't know about Eat the Bear till I started doing stuff about research on you. I said, Eat the Bear. I want to know about Eat the Bear.
Look it up, man. Look it up.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Is there any shows you've actually done?
Oh, just local, YMCA's, a couple private schools.
Okay.
Did a high school, and that's why I say as far as performing, because the high school halftime show I did, I was sick, and they promised me, and this one thing about going to NBA game or wherever, you don't get a chance to go warm up. You got to be ready on the spot. And let me get my shot right. You got to be ready.
Sure.
And so that's what I learned about boxers, fighters. When they get ready in the ring, they ain't getting in there getting ready. They done worked up a sweat. They ready to box.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was saying that in order for me to do something like this, I have to have a program. I have to do it day in and day out, 8 hours a day, till it becomes like clockwork. Yeah. And so, but the one high school that I did do the halftime show, they promised me that I could warm up in there or the gym before I went out there to do stuff. Yeah. And then they say, we're not going to be able to let you warm up tonight. I said, what? Because they had a gym right next door. And so they gave me an opportunity to see what I had. I found out who I was, because I could have told them, well, no, I'm not going to do it. And it took me a while. My first shot, I haven't even gotten a chance to get the rhythm, anything. But once I can get some rhythm, but that told me, and it also says that in order for you to do that, you got to have it. You got to be ready every night, day in and day out. But it was a great experience. It let me know who I was. And I'm glad I did it. It wasn't the best performance, but at the same time, I learned some things about myself. The conditions are not going to always be right. And they wasn't right that night, but I did it. And I thank God I did it.
Yeah, well, I know we get into things where they're not right for us, but most of the things that we do, they should give us a spiritual lift.
Yes.
What would you, if you had to pick something that lifted you spiritually? It's thousands of things all the time, but what kind of, is it any that stands out where God kind of slapped you in the face and said, hey, you're going to do this, or you're a much better person because of this?
I've had many of those.
Yeah.
Many.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned, and I think, matter of fact, I know that until what have been a big thing for me is forgiveness.
Good.
I mean, truly hard forgiveness. And the burden gets off of you. And it's almost like, I don't even know if I had to have the words to explain it, but once you forgive, you can do things people will be amazed at, to say, isn't that the person that tried to do something to him and he's up talking to him? Or isn't that person that tried to hurt him? But see, when the forgiveness comes in, you don't worry about that, because God will take care of that. And that's what I was saying about the things that looked like they should have happened, but they didn't happen. God said, no, that's not for you. Because I'm so all right with it, I don't have to struggle with it or fight with it. But the thing God showed me also, and I can admit this because of what I've gone through and the experiences I've had, is that until you make God number one, the other things in your life will never be in their place. I don't care how good it is. And I had to learn that the hard way. I had to, because I had some other things above God. And until I had to come to the realization that until God gets in one, all that other stuff can be out of order. I don't care what it is. And so those are some of the things that you say, have it hit me? And I had a lot of time by myself. And that's what I did on the basketball court. We talk hours at a time. We come out 6 months and years at a time on the court, shooting, and God speaking to me. You know, I look up some days, I've been on the court for 3 straight hours. And the only reason I'm stopping and just shooting, continuously shooting. And the only reason I'm stopping because either a group is coming in there, school has let out. So I say, it's time to go. So I can shoot all day long.
Yeah, I bet. Like I said, I think you born with a basketball in your hand, you know?
And I never thought it would be this, Al. I never thought my desire was to play at every level higher than where I was to play in the professional ranks. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be enjoying what I'm doing now. And when I say hook shots, you got to remember now, I haven't played pickup ball or league ball in like 6-7 years. And I did that based on, there wasn't any peace in playing with the fellas. I love the fellas, you know, playing in the leagues around Charlotte in the vicinity. But I said, no, this ain't getting it, because it was more like, I hate to argue. I hate the confrontation on the court. I want to play. So I just started shooting by myself. And the more I shot by myself, the more peace, you know. And so it just happened, you know. And I didn't set out for it to happen that way. But it's been hard for me not to play. But I had promised myself, I want to use this to, 1, help kids, 2, help people like myself, and to inspire people. Go for it. It doesn't matter. If you look at me, you're probably saying shooting basketball, playing basketball.
Right.
But I hope someone looks at me and say, if he can do it, hey man, look at this.
There you go.
I know I can. So it's been great, man. I'm telling you.
What are you doing right now during this whole pandemic?
Oh man, oh my goodness, man! I tell you what. And I know a lot of people, it's probably different, but for me, this has been one of the most exciting times, man, of my life.
Really?
Because when I stopped shooting basketball, the day I stopped, I made in my mind, when they say stay at home, I made in my mind stay at home. And I didn't have to battle with going out. And I stayed in the house 2 or 3 straight weeks with no problem. This was one of the most beautiful times that I had a chance to grow spiritually, you know, as a man and as a human being. And this is before what happened with George Floyd, but and I was just all right with it. I was so all right with it. Matter of fact, I was starting to love it, because I was gone all day when I was playing basketball. I leave in the morning at 6, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm not back home to 9, and that was it. And and, you know, I'm going all the time, and I loved it, man. I was just doing it, but I've done something here since I've been in with the pandemic that I've never done in my life. I read started reading books, man. I started reading books. The only thing I read was Cliff Notes when I was in school.
Cliff Notes.
I read a little bit out of the book, but most of it was Cliff Notes, just trying to get by.
Basketball books.
Yeah, basketball books. Yeah.
I
How to make
started
a hook
reading,
shot.
and I started, and I got enough books, but I just never was a big reader. I'll pick it up and read a page or two, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I'll say I'll come back to it later, and never came back.
Yeah.
But started reading. I've been writing like crazy, and I've just been thanking God that He's given me another opportunity at this thing called life. And I don't take it for granted, man. I don't take none of it for granted.
And another thing I would imagine when people look at you doing your hook shots and they're looking at a man with gray hair.
Yeah.
Out here hook shotting. And how many hook shots have you made in a row without missing? What's your most? My
most is probably I want to think it's between 14 and I know it's 14, maybe it's 17. But the thing is, 17 straight.
Yes.
Thing is, I don't do well when I start counting.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no.
I mean, when I'm shooting, I'm hitting, then I say, man, that's got to be at least 10. Then I may hit a few more, but once I started counting, I don't know, it just doesn't. It's flowing when I'm just shooting, and I may have made 25, but when I realize, I say, okay, I've done. I know I hit 10. Then I may hit 3 or 4 more. I sort of get out of the rhythm. Yeah. But speaking of that, that's no excuse because Wilson sent me a basketball that keeps count of your shots, how many you missed and how many you hit. So I have it, and I've decided I didn't want to play with it, but I ended up taking it out. But I never got the other piece that came with it. So and that was another thing, Wilson asked if they could send me a basketball. I said, sure, why not?
Yeah, right.
Turn it down, and that's free. So yeah, it's been unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, it's been a great.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And it ain't over.
It's not over. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Even with
Alex,
it's not over.
Cal and Alex, I'll tell you the truth. I feel like a child doing this because all of it's new to me. And the new part is not the basketball, but the people that it's allowing me to be part of their life, man. And it's been, I mean, man, I tell you, some days I just shake my head at people that want me to be a part of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But the thing too, now I haven't always been that way that I wanted to be a part. I kept my distance, and I wanted people to keep their distance from me. And so, and I speak to you, but I didn't want you in my business, and I didn't want to be in yours.
Yours, right?
That's what I know. That's what some of this hook shot has done for me. And I had to let go, and I had to really search deep inside, and say, why are you like that? And I did this myself, and I didn't have to get anybody's opinion. And a lot of it is some things you go through as childhood, some of your experience, and say, well, why are you like that? And then once I found out why I was like that, I said, hey, let's do this thing. Don't let this. And it really wasn't a bad thing. It was just that I was just a private person, and I have some of that now. But now I get excited about meeting people, get excited about doing things with people, and the basketball has become a big part, and I know because when I'm shooting and people come up to me, at one time I'll just say, okay, now I can have a conversation with them. I say, oh yeah, man, yeah, thank you. What's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah.
So the basketball helped me grow my gray hair, believe it or not. It did, man. I'm telling you, because I didn't want the gray hair, and I'll be one of the first ones that admit that when my hair started gray, man, I wasn't feeling that.
No, really. That's wisdom.
Well, you can't tell. You can say it's wisdom, but the thing about it wasn't so much the gray hair as it was I became a conversation. That and the same thing with the hook shot. I didn't want to be a conversation, so I would try to not do anything that was standing out, not do anything. But once I started doing the hook shot, that's when I grew my hair, because I kept my hair shaved for probably about 5 years, 6 years, every day, shaving it. But then once I started doing the hook shot, it sort of helped me deal with other things in my life. And I can tell you about the gray hair when it started growing back, the stubble, when I couldn't shave it before I get to the gym, because I did it in the morning. About 5 o'clock that evening, the stubble started coming. You see the gray pricks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I started wearing a baseball cap, Alex. This is the truth. I started wearing a baseball cap, shooting hook shots. Some people have me recorded in it. So I'm trying to hide the gray hair with the hat. Guess what happened? I get a big spot on my face right here. And I kept going to the doctor, kept going to the drugstore, getting cream put on it. So I finally went to the doctor, and he said it was a fungus. Guess where it came from?
The cap.
The hat from the cap. Now here I am trying to hide gray hair, and I get this big old spot on my face. And that taught me a lesson that said, you know, why are you not proud of what God has given you, man? You know, this is me. And then it was a lesson for me. What I was trying to hide, I got this big old spot on my face, trying to hide it with the hat. So that's what I learned. And during this pandemic, it came back to show me I wasn't where I thought I was. Because after my, you know, you couldn't get a haircut here for about 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 2 months.
Right.
So once I started getting out, I saw my hair bushing everywhere, gray. I put the baseball cap back on, walking one morning. It hit me. He said, "What are you doing? You going back to that same thing that you were doing before." So I threw that baseball cap out, said, "We ain't going back down that road."
Oh, so, okay. Yeah.
Man, but you got to be, I think you have to have that, you have to be that in that place in your life where you can talk to yourself. When you're wrong, you're not doing things right, you got to be honest with yourself. And, you know, because I laughed at it when I found myself doing it. And yeah, I know I look like you know, like I'm trying to grow an afro and bring back the 60s, but this is what it is now.
Yeah, there you go. I know it. Absolutely, man.
I know y'all gonna tell me something else I don't know about myself.
Alex,
man.
Yes.
We have somebody on the phone.
Yes.
Somebody's calling in the studio. Can you hear him?
I can't actually. Let me see.
All right, caller, you can speak up a little bit.
Let's see.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? I can't hear them.
I got him here. They're talking a normal voice, or they're like talking deep.
They're talking deep.
Where is she? Kyle.
Hello?
Okay.
This is Tom. I'm sorry?
I don't know what's happening. All right.
I don't.
Where is she?
The system is being weird on me. Give me a second.
It says, "Where is he?" or something.
I don't know. The system's being really weird. All right, let's just continue. It's being weird on me. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's the system. Okay, so I should.
Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry about that. God, I guess somebody was. Okay.
We had a call in, but it's been odd. So.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't see it on the screen. I thought
right,
they had a question. I thought they had a question for you, Charlie, but I guess not.
I thought so too.
Hey, I'm excited. All these questions y'all ask me, I'm wondering what else they know. But I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Shamika Dwight. Who is Shamika Dwight?
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Let's see.
Shamika Dwight is a young lady that and this goes back to people that I want to meet. Shamika Dwight is a young lady. She can sing like nobody's business. Beautiful voice. And so I was part of this group called The Experience here in Charlotte. It was a lot of us that really, it was a praise and worship on Monday nights. And so, and they were nice enough to invite me to be part. I don't play anything, can't sing, don't have any, these are all musical people. invited me to be a part of the group, man. And I'm saying, wow, I can't sing, but I was a part of the group. And so, which was a blessing, man. And so Shamika Dwight performed there one night. And man, this lady, she sung a song that was made for me. And it's called Starting Over, Second Chances. I think I'll start again. And man, that song was so powerful. And so as time went on, I called her one day, and I didn't know her personally. I didn't know her like they knew her, the people that did the praise and worship on Monday nights in Charlotte. And so I heard that song, and I fell in love with that song. And so I called her, got her number, called her, and she was in Greensboro. And I told her that I wanted this song to become a part of a video that I wanted to do. And she said, okay. I said, no. I said, I wanted to meet. I said, let's sign some kind of papers or something. She said, no, we ain't got to do that. She says, I'm in Greensboro. She said, I'll be coming through Charlotte at 2:00 tomorrow. And so I met her. And I just wanted her to know if there's any kind of legal stuff, I would do it. She said, no, just wait and do it. So I ended up doing a video with that song. And then I ended up getting an article in the Charlotte Observer, Second Chance. Her song in the Charlotte Observer was doing articles on people starting over. And so, that's why I say just the thought of all these things that have happened in ways that I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it if I tried. If I spent all the hours, and I know there's God involved in that, because it's crazy how that kind of stuff happens, man. But I thank God for it. I don't try to figure it out. Right. I just go through the that He opened up for me, And if you get a chance, y'all need to hear that song. And the thing about the song is probably 10 years old, and I hope that she would bring that song back out, because it is so powerful. It's when people have given up on you, and you don't even know if you can do it, but you said, you got another chance, and God has given you this chance, so you're gonna do it with everything in you.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I think I'll start again.
So, Kyle, you ready to start again?
Hey, man, y'all taking me back, man. I'm encouraged now. Oh man. Woo. Wow.
Hey, Kyle, you all right over there?
Alex, let's keep the ball rolling. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Give me
Just checking, All right. So I'm sorry, I think your voice went out. I didn't hear. Kyle,
hey, Alex, we have another caller. It's for Hookshot.
Oh, we got a call for Hookshot.
We are on the air. We're right when you are.
All right, perfect. I'm on the air, right?
You are.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's good to be here, man. How y'all doing?
All right.
Doing good. Can you hear him, Alex?
No.
Y'all doing good?
I can hear.
Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah, there you go.
Now they hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Good.
They're doing good, they said.
Hookshot, can you hear him?
Great. I just had a question for my boy Hookshot really quick, man.
Okay.
I was wondering, just keep it short, sweet. Recently, I've been with a girl, and things have been going real nice, and been going real smooth. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And a couple months ago, she did get pregnant, and she decided to get rid of the baby. And in my mind, what's going through my mind at the time was, is this, playing with God, or what is it? And I remember the day that she told me that she wanted to get rid of the baby, and we actually went to the clinic, and I was sitting there with her. And once the deed was done, I asked myself, I was like, now listen, with the baby, once you take the fetus away, do you just throw it away, or do you eat it?
Do you? Are you asking, do you throw the fetus away once you have the abortion, or? I don't understand exactly.
They're not understanding this question. Neither do I.
What was you say? Do you get rid of the? Yeah. Do you get rid of the fetus? Is that what you're saying? Hello.
Be different than what it's coming out as.
I'm sorry, your voice broke up. Did you say do you get rid of the fetus? Hello.
Hello.
Would I myself? Hello.
Yeah.
Would I myself? Can maybe I phrased it wrong and y'all didn't understand me, but can everybody still hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. What I was trying to say is, can you eat an aborted fetus, or should you just throw it away?
Should you?
No, I hear no, but I've heard of that happening before.
They hurt. Hold on. Let me get you out of. Give me a second.
I've heard of that happening before.
Oh, they hung up.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't know what to say on that.
I didn't either.
I don't know if
I don't know what happened there. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, but Hookshot, you're doing all right over there, man. I love it when that happens.
And I'm doing better than all right, Alex. I'm doing better than all right.
Yeah.
It's just and he did make me think of something. And one of the things I do want to do is I want to share my life.
Yes.
Young men and men of my age, because I was that person that, when I was talking about my hair, that was something I would have never shared. But I want to share my life to let people know that this is what I went through. Not saying it was right or it was wrong, but not afraid to share my life, about some of the things I experienced. And I was one of those people that I didn't have a lot of people that I could confide in that would be truly honest, about growing up, about what it's really like when you feel this way and you feel that way. Now that makes you vulnerable and you can be hurt a lot, but I think my skin has gotten thicker. And I say, I want to give what I wanted that I couldn't give anybody to give to me. Right.
Sure.
We sit down and have a cup of coffee or sit down and talk and just talk, Yeah. And I think that's what we are seeing now in this, the state of the nation right now. We're going to have to sit down and talk whether we want to or not.
Yes. We do need to talk.
Yeah. And I'm excited about this newness. I know we have the pandemic, and I'm not shugging that off or saying it's not happening, but I'm so excited about this thing that's happening now with the people. And my prayers go out to George and his family and all the one that young people that have lost their lives. But the thing about it is that we're in a time now nobody has seen, nobody, and we have an opportunity to do some great things, man. All of us have an opportunity to do some great things, man. And I believe it's going to happen. It's not going to be easy.
No.
And maybe some more bloodshed, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're having a new show, a show we don't normally do. We're on Fridays and Mondays. And we're doing a show this Sunday about exactly this rioting and violence and things like that. And I have a solution of the whole thing. And my solution, I originally said it's the answer, but it is an answer. And the show that we're having on Sunday at 3:00 Arizona time, to talk about this, what we're going through with the violence and the rioting and stuff. I want to hear other people's answer to what we should do. I have a very simple answer that I'm going to share with everybody on Sunday at 3:00 on Kyle and Alex. It's an extremely simple answer that will take care of all of this violence and racism and hatred. It's very simple, and all we have, it's the answer is simple, but it's hard to implement, and we have to figure out ways to implement it. And I want to hear if someone else has a better answer. I want to hear everyone's answer. We want to talk about the answers to this.
Yes.
And I think I have a pretty good one, and I want to hear other people's opinions and their answers. And if my answer is horrible, tell me, come up with something. And this is what Sunday's show is about.
Okay.
Kyle and Alex, Sunday at 3:00 Arizona time, and we're going to talk about it and see what everybody can come up with out there. So yeah, we're in a time where, like you said, we haven't been in before, but we need to talk about it. We need to come together here.
And and the thing about it, I see the opportunities. It's off the scale. It is all the opportunities, and I know some people may not see it, may see it as a bleak time, but it's just, and you know, and another thing that I've done during this pandemic is just like what we're doing now. I've met so many people and learned so much from all this, from a lot of the live stuff, IG, Facebook, Zoom, and just people just talking about all kind of things, and people being entrepreneurs, starting business that are just going like crazy. So we're gonna see a lot of stuff come from this. A whole lot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, I'm gonna wrap up the show. You got anything else?
I'm fine. I got to see Charlie. I got to talk to Charlie. I'm good. And
Charlie, I appreciate joining us on Live with Kyle and Alex today.
Man, this has been a pleasure, man. I thank you guys, and much love to y'all, man. And just really stay safe, and let's take it to the next level.
Okay, and hope
before I cut to promo for next week, if you would just stay on the air with us until we kill this, but and then yeah. Friday, what day is it? Monday night. We have a very special show, and when this has been going on for a long time.
Yes.
This whole pandemic and COVID-19. We have a final answer. We have a doctor coming on the show with us. His name is Dr. Mark Zayeda. He is a local internal medicine doc in Tucson, and he's going to talk with us about this pandemic, about how COVID is spreading and all that good stuff. And then Friday night we have Jared McMullen coming on. He is a prank caller. He is he's a comedian, and he's had this show called Friday Night Cranks. That's been on for about 7 years. And back in 2015, so we caught talking to him on Friday night. And then Alex, you want to say a couple things about Sunday real fast?
Yes. Yeah, we're hope we're gonna see everybody, or everybody see us and watch us Sunday at 3:00 Arizona time for our special for Kyle and Alex, Live with Kyle and Alex special show about these times we're going through with the rioting and the violence and the racism. And I have a answer for it. And I would really like to hear, we would like to hear, Kyle and I would like to hear everybody else's answer and discuss how we can implement some of these answers. I definitely have a way we could work on my answer, and I will reveal what that answer is again this Sunday, June 7th at 3 p.m. Arizona time, live with Kyle and Alex. So tune in and let's talk about it and come up with some answers and work them out. Let's talk.
Absolutely. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope every Monday and Friday at 7 o'clock Arizona, Mountain Standard Time. And then, yeah, I think that's all. Sure to subscribe on YouTube. Check your local listings. Put that notification bar on. Let us know when we're live again. You can always watch us. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. Good night. Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Hookshot.
Oh, man. Thank y'all.